And everybody in my life just said to me, don't back to Afghanistan, don't make this mistake, just run and hide.
صبح امروز با تمامی مجروحان به بیمارستان منتقل شدند. افغانستان با چالش‌های بزرگ اجتماعی و اقتصادی روبرو است. 4 سال است در پی وقوع عملیات انتحاری در کابل پایتخت افغانستان دست کم 54 تن کشته هنگام پرواز.
There is nowhere to hide, there is nowhere to run as Afghan. So I built a fighter. This car can fight for me. It's not just my fighter, it's fight for my country, for 40 million Afghan to bring our flag on the map again.
السنة اللي طافت رحنا معرض جنيفا للسيارات اللي صار في الدوحة. طبعا المعرض من اسمه يقام في جنيفا في سويسرا، لكن لأول مرة صار خارج سويسرا، فما قدرنا نفوت هذه الفرصة حق نشوف آخر تطورات شركات السيارات وإعلاناتها حق شنو بتسوي في السنوات الجاية. ومن الشركات اللي لفتت انتباهنا شركة ENTOP. شركة ENTOP شركة أفغانية سوت أول سيارة رياضية أو سوبر كار من أفغانستان. خلينا نشوف مع بعض شنو قال الرئيس التنفيذي للشركة مصمم السيارة محمد رضا.
So, Mr. Mohammed, as a CEO and the designer of this car, what was the inspiration for such a, let's say, striking design, such a stretched out proportions of such a concept car, and could we say like a concept for a hyper or a supercar?
Hi, I'm Reza from Afghanistan, but I was born outside of Afghanistan, Iran, and everybody in my life just said to me, don't back to Afghanistan, don't make this mistake, just run and hide. Yeah, I listened to that guy and running and hiding for more than 20 years, and someday I just realized there is nowhere to hide, there is nowhere to run as Afghan. So I decided to stand and roll back and fight with this big problem, and after maybe 1 or 2 years I realized I'm very weak for these strong problems, and then I think again, what should I do, I read, and I find that bird, Seymour, is a legendary bird in our history and a strong bird. So I decided to bring this bird, this strong bird, to this world.
Mythical creature.
Yeah,
Okay.
as a car to fight for me.
For your dreams and aspirations.
Yeah. I'm very weak. I can't fight for my dreams. So this car can fight for me.
Can stand with you.
Yeah. So I built a fighter. If you take a look at the car, it's exactly like a warrior, like a gladiator, with his helmet, his shields, his knife. You can see the knife behind the car.
Like a ready warrior.
Exactly. And the market of the supercars is actually a battlefield. So we need a warrior. I built this car exactly like a warrior. So in this show, in Geneva Motor Show 2023, I realized it's not just my fighter, it's fight for my country, for 40 million Afghan to bring our flag on the map again. So that's inspired me. I'm just a tired, weak man. So I built a strong,
for you to hold your dream.
Yeah.
I understand. And I have another question about some of the design features of the car, if you mind. For example, if we see the front end, what did you aspire you to design it the way it is? If we can move to the front end, okay. So if you can explain some key line features to me. Mm-hmm. For example, when we see some cars, even so big brand cars, we can see some inspiration, for example, from old cars, from their own brand, like for example, the the new the new Lamborghini, but it has a similar design language to their Senna car. So what was the aspiration for this ENTOP Seymour car? From where it started to, because it's a new car, it needs to establish its design identity. So what was the, let's say, key features that played to, let's say, design why we have an event like that and stuff?
It's a good question. Let me explain. First of all, I told you I was very big and I can't find anywhere to hide or run. So I decided to build a warrior for me. If you take a look at the front of the car, you can realize you can realize a helmet.
Understood.
A helmet with cheek shield, nose shield for this aggressive bird. It's aggressive, man. Yeah? It's actually the DNA of this car comes from a gladiator.
Understood.
For participating in a war for us. And two, if you take a look at the American car, you just find muscular car.
Muscles,
Yes, it's American taste.
Yes.
If you take a look at European car, you just find simple car, minimalistic car, and if
seamless transition between the body pan.
Yes. But if you take a look at the Asian car, you can find just tiny eyes, a lot of technology. I built this car for every taste.
So it can combine some flavor of each culture in terms
it's
of
a muscular,
muscular,
simple car with tiny eyes. So if you stand here, you can see everybody from all around the world just like this car.
Likes it. Okay.
Yes.
Can we move to the back end and explain a little bit more about it?
And about the body, I tried to build some parts in the simplest way. You can see we can build the hood, the trunk, the hood, the doors, this part, this shield, that trunk with metal, and just if you take a look at to bonnet, just the bonnet will be built by carbon fiber, but the body we can build that with aluminum maybe, and we can decrease the cost. When I started to design the car, I just focus on that.
Focused on the manufacturing process of
yes,
each body.
and the whole car built by just 13 pieces.
13 days to manufacture.
No.
13?
It's take 2 weeks to design,
2 days to
and I just use 13 pieces. 13 pieces
13
because
pieces. The entire body is made out of 13 pieces. That's a very small amount of body panels. Okay.
Yeah. And in this area you can find a shield.
Intake. Yes.
A shield. It's not an intake. It's actually a shield for my warrior to protect
so your
himself.
mythical warrior to hold on to the car.
Yes, and my warrior can protect himself in the battlefield. And if he wants to see the battlefield, he can use this area. And absolutely.
So this is like the side profile of a helmet. Of a gladiator helmet.
And
that's a very interesting design aspect.
And every warrior actually needs two swords.
Yes.
And I give him 2 little knife.
That I didn't see that. That's very interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
I think in our
I see the knife that you point them out.
That is, you can grab this sword.
So these are the back of the warrior.
Yeah,
supposedly.
you can grab this sword from the left and grab this shield from the right, and you can fight, protect yourself, see the battlefield, use your helmet. I think in our decades in 2023 we didn't have car anymore. Actually we have a lot of robots that comes from the future, but I bring this pure design from the past for real men. Everything in this car will be manual, from the mechanism of the glass. No USB charge, no sound system.
Full driver focused car.
Yes.
Okay. Can we give us a little bit about the proportions? Where did you, let's say, find the aspiration to build it this long or this wide? Can we ask about that if you can?
we have an art for writing. I don't know what you're saying that.
It's okay.
Called خوشنویسی. I really love to writing something on the paper. And when I designed this car, I just thinking I'm writing a poem.
A poem.
A poem over a letter, a beautiful poem over a letter. So I just go back and see this poem.
From standing back from,
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
paper and observing it from afar.
yeah. It's not a poem. It's not a poem.
So
I
what-
tried to wrote a poem or letter, so it's not a car. It's actually a poem. Yeah.
So it's not just a strong car, but also it has a beautiful message as a
Yes.
transformation of your poem.
Yes, because we have a lot of some guys in our past, in our history, more than 5,000 years of history, that read a lot of beautiful poem. So I love poem. So
It's not just a design masterpiece, but also a literal type of poem.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Seymour,
Yeah.
imagine that a word with a word of birds, a word of birds with a lot of problem that these birds come together and decided to elect a leader for solving his problems, and these birds fly to mountain to find Seymour. Seymour is a strong and legendary bird. So after passing 7 steps of traveling, hard traveling, just 30 birds arrived to mountain and didn't find the Seymour, just find the mirror of the truth and see himself in the mirror.
As the Seymour.
Yeah, as the Seymour, exactly. My people, Afghanistan, just flying for 40 years and sacrifice anything and just finding, looking and traveling mountain by mountain by mountain to finding a leader for solving their problems. But now, after 40 years, I bring my people here, 30 years, to show him it's not Seymour, it's you actually. It's the mirror of the truth.
So then-
Just see yourself in the
Okay.
And I will. I felt I didn't find any investor in this show, but I give an idea. I will come back to my home. I fight very good. Actually, we fight
Always
very
hope.
good. Yeah, and I come back to my home and working on my idea. And absolutely, I promise you, I will back strongly
I
and
hope
fight
so too.
again.
We can't wait to see you in the next convention.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to have
you.
a meeting with you, sir.
Thank you.
It was a
Nice
pleasure.
to
Thank you,
nice
and
to meet
we hope you all the best of future that yet to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.